The demon realm was on the verge of collapse. Ki explosions echoed in the toxic-colored sky as Guma, the usurper demon king, unleashed his true power. His third eye, embedded in his forehead, glowed with an intensity that distorted reality itself. Our heroes, reduced to the bodies of children, were exhausted. Kid Goku was panting, his gi shredded, his knees trembling. Kid Vegeta wiped blood from his mouth, cursing his lack of reach and strength in that diminutive body. It was then that Glorio, the mysterious ally who had guided them, made a desperate decision. While Guma prepared an annihilating energy sphere to wipe out the intruders, Glorio slipped into the shadows of the castle ruins. There, gleaming with a sinister pulsating light, were the 3 Demon Realm Dragon Balls. They were larger, darker, and seemed to whisper to those who approached. Glorio knew they couldn't win like this. They needed the strongest warrior at his maximum capacity. He didn't do it out of friendship. He did it out of pure survival strategy. "Come out, Shadow Dragon!" Glorio screamed, his voice cracking under the pressure of Guma's ki. "Grant me this wish!" The sky of the demon realm split open. It didn't darken like on Earth. It turned an absolute white, a blinding void. The beast that emerged was not a serpentine dragon, and red eyes that stared directly into the soul.
"Tell me your wish."
Guma turned, horrified. "What do you think you are doing?" Glorio didn't hesitate. He pointed at Goku, who was trying to stand up a few meters away. "Break the curse on Son Goku. Return him to his adult body. Restore his physique to its natural biological fullness. Do it now!"
"That wish is possible. I shall restore the subject to his natural state."
A column of black energy fell upon Goku. The little Saiyan screamed in pain. It wasn't a gentle magical transformation like those from Shenron. It was a violent biological rewrite. His bones cracked, stretching and breaking to reform. His muscles swelled. His height shot up. Vegeta, Shin, and Piccolo, who had arrived to assist, watched with hope. "Finally!" Vegeta exclaimed. "Kakarot is an adult again! With his full power, Guma won't stand a chance!" But no one paid attention to the dragon's phrase, "without the alterations of time." The magic of the demon realm didn't understand lived experiences. It understood pure biology. By restoring Goku to his natural state, the wish interpreted the blow to the head he suffered as a baby, the one that erased his killer programming and made him benevolent, as an injury that needed to be healed. The column of light disappeared. The smoke slowly dissipated. Standing in the middle of the crater was an adult man. His black hair swayed in the wind. His back was wide, his arms powerful. "Goku!" Shin cried with joy. "You did it! Finish him!" The man turned slowly, but there was no smile. There was no typical, "Hi, I'm Goku." His gaze was empty, lost, as if he had just woken from a 1,000-year dream. He looked at his hands. He opened and closed his fists. He looked at the strange sky. He looked at Guma. He looked at Vegeta. Where am I?" he murmured in a deep, confused voice. "What are you talking about, insect?" Guma, furious at the interruption, lunged at him. "I don't care if you're big or small. You will die all the same." Guma launched a punch charged with demonic magic straight at the Saiyan's face. Goku's body reacted on its own. It wasn't a technical dodge. It was toughness. He took the full force of the blow on his cheek. The force of the impact created a shockwave that sent Glorio and Shin flying. Goku was dragged across the ground. "Kakarot!" yelled Vegeta. "Stop playing games and defend yourself! Raise your ki!" From the rebel, a hand emerged. Then the whole body. Goku wiped a trickle of blood that ran down his lip, his black eyes fixated on the blood on his hand. Something clicked in his brain. The smell of blood, the pain, the threat. He didn't remember Chi-Chi. He didn't remember Gohan. He didn't remember the Kamehameha. "You!" Goku growled, looking at Guma. It was no longer confusion. It was irritation. "You hit me!" Guma laughed and fired an energy blast. Goku, still in base form and without knowing how to consciously access his ki, tried to block it with his arms. The explosion burned him, tearing what was left of his upper clothing. The pain was unbearable. Goku fell to his knees, panting. His adult body was cold, untrained in the use of the divine ki he had accumulated as Goku. He was just a low-class Saiyan in a hostile world. Guma started hitting him mercilessly. Kicks, beams, seismic blows. Goku was being massacred. Vegeta tried to intervene, but Guma's henchman blocked his way. "Damn it!" the prince bellowed. "Kakarot, react!" Goku lay on the ground, his vision blurred. He felt like he was dying, and it was that proximity to death that awakened the most powerful genetic inheritance of his race, the Zenkai. But it wasn't a normal Zenkai. Being in the demon realm and having a reset body, but with the latent potential of a god, the recovery was instantaneous and violent. Goku's heart began to pound fiercely. Thump, 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 thump. The anger, a pure, unadulterated rage, untainted by human morality, flooded his system. How dare this trash touch him? How dare he humiliate him? Ah! Goku's scream ripped through the air. The ground cracked. Stones began to levitate. His pupils disappeared for a second. His black hair spiked up. A golden aura burst around him. It was savage, erratic, violent. It was the first transformation again. Guma recoiled, blinded by the golden light. What is this power? Goku, now engulfed in golden flames, looked up. His eyes were emerald green, but lacked pupils due to the blind fury. He disappeared. He didn't use teleportation. It was pure speed. He reappeared in front of Guma. Before the Demon King could blink, he had delivered a knee to his stomach that made him spit purple blood. Goku tried to counterattack with his third eye, charging a paralyzing beam. Goku didn't step away. He grabbed Guma's head with both hands. "That eye," Goku said, his voice distorted by the roar of the inner OZARU. "It bothers me." Guma screamed in terror. "Wait, I am the king! I'll give you—" Goku didn't listen. He didn't care about negotiating. With a brutal, dry movement, he drove his fingers into Guma's forehead. There was a wet, sickening sound. Goku ripped the third eye out. Guma's power source was extirpated. The Demon King fell to the ground, convulsing, with a black hole in his forehead oozing dark energy. Goku looked at the eye in his hand, pulsing with magic. Instinctively, he squeezed his fist and crushed it, absorbing the residual energy emanating from it. His golden aura mixed with black and red streaks from the demonic realm. He felt stronger, much stronger. He looked at Goma's body. He raised a hand and, without charging any technique, vaporized the Demon King until nothing but ashes remained. Silence fell over the battlefield. Vegeta, still in his child body, floated toward Goku, relieved but cautious. "Well, Kakarot, you scared me for a moment. It took you a while. You finally fight like a true Saiyan. Let's go. We need to find a way for me to return to normal, too." Goku turned slowly towards the voice. The golden aura faded, leaving him in base state, but his posture remained aggressive. He looked down at the small Vegeta. He tilted his head like an animal studying strange prey. "You," Goku said. "You have a tail. No, you don't anymore, but you smell like a Saiyan." Vegeta frowned. "What the hell are you talking about? I'm Vegeta. Stop acting weird." Vegeta. Goku tasted the name on his tongue. Vegeta. The king. The prince. A fragmented memory crossed his mind. Planet Vegeta. Authority. The contempt of the upper classes for the lower ones. Goku's expression hardened. You sent me away. You discarded me." "What?" Vegeta backed away. "Kakarot, the blow to the head. You're confused. I'm your ally." Goku smiled. a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Ally, no, you are competition, and you are small, weak. Goku raised his hand. An energy sphere crackled in his palm, pointing directly at Vegeta's face. Vegeta shouted, raising his ki to the maximum to defend himself. Goku fired. Vegeta barely managed to deflect it, but the explosion threw him against the rocks. Lord Goku, please, it's us! Goku looked at Shin and Glorio. Obstacles, he said, and started walking towards them. Each step made the ground tremble. Vegeta emerged from the rubble, injured and desperate. He knew he couldn't win, not in that child's body, and not against this Goku who held back no power. If they fought now, everyone would die. Vegeta looked at the artificial sun of the demon realm. An idea crossed his tactical mind. Shin, Glorio, cover your eyes, Vegeta shouted. Goku stopped, confused. What? Vegeta positioned himself in front of the sun, brought his hands to his face, fingers spread. It was a technique he hated, a technique belonging to Krillin and Tien, but he had no choice. Taioken! Solar Flare! A blinding flash of white light. Goku screamed, clutching his eyes. My eyes, you damned rat! Vegeta wasted no time. He grabbed Shin and Glorio by the collars of their clothes. Shin, get us out of here! To Earth, now! But Goku! That is no longer Goku. Move, or he'll kill us all. Shin, crying in panic, used the Kai Kai. They vanished from the demon realm, just as Goku fired a blind blast that destroyed the mountain where they had stood a second before. Goku, slowly regaining his vision, looked at the empty space where his prey had been. He looked at his hands, feeling the power surge through his veins. It doesn't matter. He looked at the horizon of the demon realm. First, I will finish off this place. I need to practice. Capsule Corp on Earth. Shin, Glorio, and little Vegeta suddenly appeared in the garden, falling onto the lawn. Bulma, who was having tea, jumped in surprise. Vegeta? What happened? Why are you still children? And where is Goku? Vegeta pounded the ground in frustration, tears of rage in his eyes. That idiot! Damn it! Vegeta stood up trembling. Bulma, we have a catastrophe-level problem. Kakarot is back. Back? What do you mean? Goku got his adult body back, but he lost his mind. Or rather, he got his original mind back. He has turned evil, Bulma. Completely evil. He killed Goma like an animal and tried to murder us. Piccolo and Gohan, sensing Vegeta's disturbed ki upon arrival, landed in the garden. What's going on? Where is Goku? Shin explained the situation, stammering. The gravity of the matter fell upon them like a stone slab. My dad? Evil? That's impossible. There has to be a way to fix him. The Dragon Balls, Bulma said, running inside. I have the balls gathered in the lab. We were going to use them for something trivial, but this is an emergency. Minutes later, the Earth's sky darkened. Shenron emerged from the clouds, imposing and majestic.
State your wish. I shall grant any request within my power.
Vegeta stepped forward. Listen closely. Kakarot, Son Goku, has lost his memories and personality due to a wish in another world. I wish you would restore Goku's mind, give him back his memories and his goodness. Shenron fell silent. His red eyes shone intensely for a few seconds, as if he were scanning the universe for Goku's soul. The dragon began to sweat.
That wish, I cannot grant it.
What? Everyone shouted in unison. Why not? Gohan demanded. You've done harder things. Shenron lowered his head, his voice echoing with the tone of apology and fear.
The being known as Son Goku has suffered a fundamental biological alteration at the hands of an ancient magic dragon, and furthermore, his current power has grown exponentially Upon unlocking his original nature, his energy now vastly exceeds my capabilities. I cannot affect the mind or body of a being who is immensely more powerful than my creator and myself. I am sorry.
Vegeta fell to his knees. "We can't fix him with magic," he whispered. "And if he comes here, if Kakarot reaches Earth with that mentality and that power, we'll have to fight," he said. "We'll have to stop my dad." "He is not your dad, Gohan. He is Kakarot." Bulma brought her hands to her mouth, stifling a sob. Gohan looked down, clenching his fists so hard his knuckles cracked. The hope for a magical solution had evaporated. But Vegeta did not look down. The little prince, trapped in that despised child's body, looked at the dragon god with cold, calculating fury. If magic could not save Kakarot from himself, then brute force would have to. And for that, Vegeta needed to stop being a helpless child. "Listen well, overgrown lizard!" Vegeta yelled, stepping forward, his key sword shaking the ground. "If you can't bring back Kakarot or restore his mind because he is too powerful, then do something that is within your reach. I refuse to face the end of the world in this ridiculous body." Shenrong lowered his immense head, his red eyes glowing with impatience.
State your second wish. My time is limited.
"I wish you would break the curse Goma placed on us, return all those affected to their adult bodies, restore our physique, our height, and our full power. Do it now." The dragon nodded, his voice rumbling like distant thunder.
That wish is very simple. It does not require affecting an energy superior to mine.
Shenrong's eyes flashed with an intense crimson glow. A column of light enveloped Vegeta, Piccolo, and the other affected individuals on Earth. Vegeta felt his bones stretching, his muscles densifying and regaining their muscle memory from decades of training. The inherent weakness of childhood evaporated like water in the desert. His height increased, his shoulders broadened, and his ki, which had been repressed, exploded like a volcano. The light dissipated. Vegeta stood, panting, with a fierce smile on his face. He looked at his hands, large. He clenched his fists, and the air burst around him with a sonic boom. Finally, his voice was no longer high-pitched. "I am back." Piccolo also stood up to his full height, regaining his imposing presence. He removed his turban and heavy cape, letting them fall to the ground with a dull thud that cracked the tiles, his eyes fixed on Vegeta. "But, Vegeta, even with their adult bodies, do you think we stand a chance?" Kakarot, in his base state and with a broken mind, annihilated Goma. And according to Glorio, his power kept growing.
Do you have a third wish?
Shenrong interrupted, eager to leave. The dragon could sense the dark disturbance growing in the demonic dimension, and he did not want to be present if that thing decided to cross over. "Get lost," Vegeta barked, turning his back. "We need nothing more from you." The dragon shone one last time and dispersed into 7 spheres of light that shot towards the horizon. The Earth's sky turned blue again, but the feeling of danger did not disappear. On the contrary, it became more real. Listen, everyone. The situation is critical. Kakarot is trapped in the demon realm, yes, but not for long. "Why do you say that, Vegeta?" asked Gohan, who was still processing the shock of having his father turned into the universe's greatest threat. "Because I know him," Vegeta said, walking towards Gohan with heavy steps. "Or rather, I know his instinct. Kakarot is a pure Saiyan now. His biology demands conflict. He will exterminate everything in that realm. Demons, beasts, insects." Vegeta pointed at the sky, towards the spot where reality seemed the thinnest.
He doesn't remember how to use instant transmission to travel between such distant dimensions, and his primitive mind doesn't know how to operate Glorio's ship or open magical portals. Yet, but he is a combat prodigy. Sooner or later, he will get frustrated. His rage will grow, and just like Majin Buu did to escape the hyperbolic time chamber, he will tear the fabric of reality with pure screaming. And if we are not ready to kill him, he will kill us all. Bulma gasped, covering her mouth. Kill him? Vegeta, that's Goku! You can't be serious! That is not Goku! Vegeta yelled, losing patience, his aura trembling. Goku died the moment that wish rewrote his brain. He is the end of everything! Vegeta turned back to Gohan. Gohan, you are the only one with the potential to surpass me and surpass Kakarot. But you have gone soft. Your ultimate state is strong, but it lacks killer instinct. I don't want to kill my dad. Then step aside and die. But if you want to save your daughter, Videl, and your mother, you will have to become a monster. We are going to the hyperbolic time chamber. The hyperbolic time chamber? Piccolo questioned. Then they rebuilt and improved it after the Buu incident. I don't care if my body collapses. We need to surpass the limit we know. Super Saiyan 3 is useless. It consumes too much energy. And Kakarot now has infinite stamina from having regained his perfect body. We need something more. Something definitive. What do you have in mind? Gohan asked, seeing the strange determination in Vegeta's eyes. Vegeta smiled. I am going to reclaim what we lost. Kakarot has become powerful because he returned to his natural state. I must master the blood of the Saiyans. I am going to seek the final evolution of our race. Vegeta looked at Glorio, who was in a corner terrified by the energy the Saiyans emitted now that they were adults. You, demon, how long will it take you to repair your ship to return to Daima? Glorio swallowed, checking a device on his wrist. The dimensional engine is damaged from the emergency escape. Maybe 2 days. 2 days, Vegeta repeated. 2 days outside are 2 years in the hyperbolic time chamber. It is enough. Vegeta grabbed Gohan by the shoulder. Let's go. We won't leave until we are capable of destroying a universe with our hands. In a place unattainable for mortals, at the top of the universe, Bill's planet. A strange world dominated by a giant tree and an inverted pyramid floating in a purple nebula. The god of destruction was asleep. In this timeline, Bills had not yet awakened to seek the Super Saiyan god. His nap was supposed to last decades longer. But something disturbed his rest. It wasn't a noise. It wasn't an attack. It was fear. Inside the god's mind, a nightmare unfolded with terrifying clarity. The setting was a flaming void. Bills was on his knees, wounded, his divine body covered in bruises, his breath ragged, coughing golden blood. In front of him, a figure stood on top of a mountain of dead gods. It wasn't Frieza. It wasn't Buu. It was a Saiyan. But not just any Saiyan. The figure was covered in shadows, but Bills could see details that chilled his blood. His hair was black and wild. The most terrifying thing were his eyes. They had no pupils. They were white, empty. The figure raised a hand toward Bills. In his palm, red and black energy swirled. Gods bleed too. Go! Bills woke up with a scream that shook the entire nebula. He bolted upright in his floating bed, breathing as if he had drowned.
His claws instinctively came out, tearing the sheets and destroying half the room with an involuntary Hakai energy wave that vaporized the hourglasses. "Whiz!" Bills yelled, his voice filled with panic. "Whiz!" Whis appeared, walking with his usual calm, although a raised eyebrow denoted his surprise at the disaster. My, Lord Bills, you've woken up 39 years ahead of schedule, and I see you've decided to redecorate your room in a rather explosive manner.
Shut up, Bills bellowed, floating toward him. It wasn't a bomb, it was a vision.
A vision. Whis gently tapped the ground with his staff. Your prophetic dreams are rarely accurate, Lord. Do you remember the time you dreamed you were drowning in spicy noodles and destroyed 2 sons by mistake?
This was different. I felt pain, Whis. I felt fear.
Bills released him and started pacing nervously, biting a nail.
I saw a warrior, a Saiyan, but he wasn't normal. He had a tail, and he had a power. Dirty, primitive. It wasn't divine. It was pure violence. In my dream, that individual defeated me. Me, the god of destruction.
A Saiyan, you say?
That is improbable. Why? Bill stopped. I ordered Frieza to exterminate them while I slept. That race was a nuisance. Did that useless fool fail?
Whis consulted the black sphere on his staff. No, Lord. Frieza carried out your order. Planet Vegeta was destroyed years ago. The Saiyan race is practically extinct.
Practically? Define practically.
Well, there were survivors. Prince Vegeta and his brother Tarbal, and one more, a low-class warrior sent to a frontier planet called Earth. His name is Son Goku. Bills looked at the holographic image of Goku. It was an archived image from the Buu saga.
Son Goku,
He murmured.
and what about Frieza? Where is that lizard?
Oh, I'm afraid that won't be possible, Lord. Frieza is dead, Lord.
Dead?
Bills blinked.
Who could kill Frieza?
A Kaioshin? No, it was that Saiyan.
Son Goku, a Saiyan, killed Frieza.
And not just that. Years later, Majin Buu awoke, and that same Saiyan, along with the Earth's warriors, definitively eliminated him using a technique borrowed from the North Kai. Bills shivered. The image of his dream returned to his mind. The tale, the brutality.
He defeated Frieza and Buu?
Bill smiled, a smile that showed all his sharp teeth.
Then my dream wasn't nonsense. That Son Goku could be the beast I saw.
Bills adjusted his golden bracelets.
Whis, where is that Saiyan now? I want to meet him. If he's as strong as in my dream, it will be fun.
Whis manipulated his staff, searching for Goku's energy signature in Universe 7. Seconds passed. Whis frowned. What is it? Bills asked impatiently.
Is he dead?
No. I find him in the records, Lord. I see Prince Vegeta on Earth, but I cannot find Son Goku.
What do you mean you can't find him? You're an angel. You see the entire universe.
He is not in this physical universe, Lord, Whis said with a tone of genuine intrigue. His energy trail disappears on Earth, leaving a residual mark of dimensional travel. And the most curious thing, it feels dark, heavy, malicious.
Where did he go?
To the demon realm, replied Whis, a sealed dimension that Kaioshins are forbidden to enter. If he's there, my vision cannot reach him directly without being near the entrance.
The demon realm. What is a Saiyan who killed Buu doing stuck in that magical dumpster?
I don't know. But if you want to find him, we will have to go to Earth first. Prince Vegeta seems to know something.
Furthermore, Lord Bills,
There is something else.
what?
Prince Vegeta and Goku's son have just entered the hyperbolic time chamber, and they took supplies. It seems they are preparing for a war.
Perfect. I love serious problems. Get ready, Whis. We're going to Earth. I'm hungry,
And if this Goku turns out to be the beast from my dream, I'll have to erase him from existence before he becomes uncontrollable. Back on Earth, the door to the hyperbolic time chamber closed with a dry thud, leaving Vegeta and Gohan isolated in nothingness. The white void stretched out infinitely. The gravity weighted down on them, but the psychological pressure was worse. Vegeta wasted no time. He transformed into Super Saiyan 2 immediately. Listen, Gohan, we are not here to train. We are here to evolve. Forget everything your father taught you. Forget pity. Kakarot will not hesitate to rip your head off. I know, Vegeta, Gohan replied, releasing his ultimate state. His white aura was calm but immense. They began to fight. One day passed inside the chamber. A week passed. A month passed. Vegeta was obsessed. During breaks, he meditated on what he had seen in Kakarot.
Vegeta understood something fundamental. If Kakarot had become invincible by returning to his biological root, then Vegeta had to do the same. He had to find the pinnacle of Saiyan power. The power of the OZARU. Vegeta murmured, sweating, his clothes torn. Controlling the power of the great ape in human form. That is the true essence of our race. Broly does it by instinct. But I am the prince. I will do it through absolute mastery. Vegeta pulled out a device he had asked Bulma for before entering, a portable Blutzwaves generator. What are you going to do? Gohan asked, wounded and panting. I am going to awaken the beast, Gohan, and then I am going to subjugate it. Vegeta activated the device. The waves hit his body. His heart pounded violently. His pupils disappeared. His body began to swell. The power of the OZARU tried to take control, his mind clouding with desires for destruction. It was the instinct that had consumed Goku, trying to consume Vegeta as well. But Vegeta's pride was stronger than any instinct. I control my power! His body shrank back to human size, but the transformation was complete. His torso was covered in crimson fur. His black hair grew wildly over his back and shoulders, but remained black as night. His eyes were outlined in crimson red, and his irises turned yellow, reptilian. Gohan was paralyzed. The pressure emanating from Vegeta wasn't heavy like normal ki. Vegeta, what is that form? Vegeta looked at his hands, which now looked like claws. His voice was deeper, with a guttural echo. This is Super Saiyan 4, the pinnacle of Saiyan evolution. Across the room, Gohan, inspired by Vegeta's evolution, decided to follow his own path. He couldn't access SSJ4, he wasn't a pure Saiyan, he was a hybrid. His strength came from his human emotions. He pushed the mystic state to the absolute extreme. His aura was no longer transparent. I'm ready, Vegeta. Good. Now, let's fight for real. We have 1 year and 11 months left before we get out. When we leave, Kakarot will wish he was never born.
2 days passed on Earth, 2 years in the room. The door opened. Piccolo, Bulma, and Glorio waited outside. What emerged from there took their breath away. Vegeta, in his Super Saiyan 4 form, walked with a predatory calm. His red fur shone under the sun. Gohan, beside him, had a hardened look, his mystic aura almost invisible from how controlled it was. Quite a change, Piccolo said impressed. Vegeta, you look dangerous. Vegeta finished. Glorio, the ship, ready and loaded. But I warn you, my long-range sensors no longer detect anything alive in my world. Nothing. I figured, Vegeta said, taking a bag of senzu beans. Kakarot has been busy cleaning house. They boarded Glorio's ship. The takeoff was fast. The ship crossed the Earth's atmosphere, and Glorio activated the dimensional jump. Vegeta ate a senzu bean, stirring the rest in his pelt. "Gohan," Vegeta said without looking at him, "when you see him, don't hesitate. He won't hesitate. I know." The ship broke the barrier of reality and entered the sky of Daima. What they saw through the window was hell. The demon realm, which once possessed a strange dark beauty, was now a planetary corpse. The acid oceans had dried up. The floating mountains had been pulverized into dust. There were no cities, no forests, only smoking craters and rivers of fresh lava. The sky was black from smoke from millions of fires. "My God!" Gohan murmured, horrified. "Did he do this alone?" "He didn't just do it," Vegeta said, looking at the radar coldly. "He enjoyed it." The radar marked a single energy point. It was motionless, in the center of what used to be Goma's castle. They landed a few hundred meters away. The air was toxic, but their auras protected them. They walked through the ashes. There he was, Goku, or what was left of him. His orange gi was shredded, revealing recent scars that had already healed. He was in his base state, but his black hair was spiked up, as if the static electricity of his own power kept it that way. He was sitting with his back to them, perched on the remains of Goma's throne. Sensing the landing, Goku tilted his head. He stood up slowly, his back cracked. He turned around. His face was smudged with soot and dried blood. His eyes were pits of darkness. Seeing Vegeta in SSAN 4, a spark of interest crossed his empty gaze. "Well, a red ape." He tilted his head, sniffing the air. "And the other one, he smells like me, but he smells like an earthling. Disgusting. Kakarot, your madness ends today. I haven't come to save you. I've come to give you the rest you deserve." Gohan took a guard stance beside him, his white aura illuminating the realm's darkness. Kakarot let out a dry laugh. "Ha! Save me! Rest!" His ki exploded. It wasn't divine. It was golden, dirty, mixed with blood and violence. He transformed into Super Saiyan, but his aura was unstable, electric, corrupted. "I am the Saiyan who brings death. Come, entertain me before you die." With a sonic boom, the three warriors vanished from their sight. Meanwhile, in the outer space of the human dimension, a trail of violet light arrived in Earth's orbit. Bills had arrived, and he was not happy. Whis looked down, noticing the warriors were gone. "Oh dear, it seems they arrived late, Lord Bills. They've gone to the other realm." Bills looked at the empty space where Goku should have been. "Then we're going after them. I want to see how strong that ape is."
Both launched a combined blast, Vegeta's Crimson Final Flash and Gohan's White Masenko. The explosion illuminated the perpetual darkness of the realm like a second sun. Silence reigned for a few seconds. Vegeta panted, his chest rising and falling. "Is it over?" Gohan asked without dropping his guard. Suddenly, a deep, guttural laugh emerged from the smoking crater. The ground trembled. Blue and yellow lightning began to dance around the hole. "Pain! It's been so long since I felt this. My body, my blood, they remember it." A column of golden energy erupted, dispersing the smoke. Kakarot rose slowly. His wounds closed at a visible speed. His musculature swelled. His hair spiked up even more, and electric sparks began to surround him. "Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta murmured, taking a step back. "But his ki has no limit. It's as if the damage feeds him." Kakarot disappeared. This time, Vegeta could barely see him. Gohan was sent flying, spitting blood. Vegeta tried to counterattack, but Kakarot blocked his punch with his forearm and returned a headbutt that stunned the prince. "Zenkai!" Vegeta yelled, understanding the horror of the situation as he wiped away blood. Having recovered his original biology and being in this magical realm, his ability to adapt is instant. Every time we hit him, he gets stronger in real time. The fight resumed. Kakarot laughed like a maniac, enjoying every broken bone, every drop of blood. More. Show me more, Kakarot shouted. His power continued to soar. The entire realm began to collapse. Gravity was distorted. Game over, Kakarot bellowed.
A scream that seemed to come from the depths of hell left his throat. His hair grew down to his waist. His eyebrows disappeared, giving him a terrifying Neanderthal appearance. His aura became so large, it seemed to devour the horizon. Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta and Gohan stood no chance. Kakarot moved so fast he seemed to be in several places at once. Gohan was the first to fall. Kakarot grabbed him by the leg and used him as a club to hit Vegeta. Both Saiyans, the last hopes of the universe, lay sprawled on the ash ground, shattered, unable to move. Landed softly in front of them. His breathing was calm. Disappointing, he said, raising his hand. A black energy sphere formed in his palm. Die. The energy sphere disintegrated into particles of purple light before touching its targets.
Kakarot blinked, confused. A pressure descended from the sky. It wasn't normal ki. It was a presence so dense, so divine and terrifying that Kakarot felt a chill run down his spine for the first time. Two figures descended, enveloped in a celestial glow. A purple-skinned humanoid cat dressed in Egyptian robes and a bluish-skinned angel with a staff. He landed gently between Kakarot and the fallen warriors. His tail moved with a hypnotic rhythm. "What a mess," Bill said. "This place is a pigsty. And you're the one who woke me up from my nap with your screaming and your dirty energy?" His arrogance knew no bounds. "Who are you, you malnourished cat? Another hindrance?" Bills sighed and looked at Whis. "Do you see Whis? He's a savage. He doesn't even know how to greet a deity." Kakarot, insulted, lunged into the attack. "Die!" He threw a punch. Bills raised his index finger. Kakarot's fist collided with Bill's fingertip. "Slow," the god said. With a simple flick of his wrist, Bills sent Kakarot flying miles away. The Saiyan returned, furious, launching thousands of energy blasts. Bills yawned, deflecting them with his tail while cleaning his ear. "Is this all?" Bills asked, disappointed. "You were more impressive in my dream. I'm barely using 10% of my power, and you can't even touch me. You're boring." Kakarot fell to the ground, losing the SSJ-3 transformation, reverting to his base state, spitting blood. Kakarot lay on the ground, humiliated. "Impossible," he growled, clawing at the dead earth. "I am the strongest. I am a Saiyan!" His heart filled with malice and wounded pride. Glorio, from a distance, had fired a signal flare for help before fainting. That artificial light shone in the sky. Kakarot's pupils dilated. His tail, which had regrown after the wish, reacted. The OZARU instinct flared up, but Kakarot did not transform into a clumsy giant ape. His perfect body compressed that power. Gwah! A pillar of red light covered the horizon. Bills raised an eyebrow, interested for the first time. "Oh, what is this?" Kakarot's skin became covered in crimson fur. His black hair grew wildly over his shoulders. His eyes turned yellow with red outlines. His voice doubled, sounding like man and beast at the same time. It was Super Saiyan 4, but not controlled like Vegeta's. It was a demonic and corrupted SSJ-4 born of pure bloodlust. "Now, I will eat you," the beast said. He lunged at Bills.
This time, Bills had to use his hands. The clash was colossal.
This is it, Bills shouted, excited. This is what I saw in my dream. That raw force, that killing intent. Bills began to increase his power. 20%, 30%, 40%. Kakarot roared and launched a blood-red Kamehameha X10. Bill's eyes widened. Magnificent! The god extended both hands and stopped the attack. The ground beneath him vaporized. Bills had to exert effort. 50%, Bill shouted, his purple aura bursting to the maximum. I shall grant you the honor of seeing half of my destructive power. Bills tore through the Kamehameha and connected a blow to Kakarot's stomach that resonated across 3 dimensions. Kakarot bent over, vomiting blood, but tried to bite Bills. The god grabbed him by the face and slammed him onto the ground, holding him there. The beast struggled, snarling, trying to break free. But 50% of a god of destruction was an unmovable mountain.
You are incredible, Bill said sincerely. You have infinite potential. If you had kept your mind, if you weren't just a rabid beast, we could have been rivals for eternity. Kakarot kept snarling, unable to understand reason, only wanting to kill. Bill sighed. But you are dangerous, and you lack divine dignity. A warrior without a mind does not deserve to exist. Kakarot prepared to leap again, charging energy to self-destruct and take everything with him. Bills raised his right hand, palm open toward the Saiyan. I wish I had met you sooner, Saiyan. Rest in peace. Hakai! There was no explosion. Kakarot's body stopped mid-jump. For a microsecond, as his existence was purged, the yellow eyes of the SSJ-4 cleared. The malice imposed by the demonic wish was erased first. In that last instant, Goku's face appeared. He looked at Bills with confusion, like a child waking up from a nightmare. Huh? He seemed to say, and then he vanished, erased. No soul for the other world, no body to revive. Son Goku had ceased to exist on all planes.
Silence returned to the dead realm. Bills lowered his hand. He turned toward Vegeta and Gohan, who lay wounded, silent witnesses to the execution of their father and rival. Lord Bills, we said, the demon realm is collapsing. We must leave. Yes, Bills said coldly, but first, I have unfinished business. That Saiyan was a threat, but you are of the same race, the race I dreamed would kill me. I cannot allow loose ends to exist. Vegeta, barely able to stand, intervened, trembling. Wait! The prince shouted. You already killed Kakarot. We are not a threat to you. We have control. Control is lost, Bill said, charging a small sphere of energy on his finger. It's better to prevent it. Gohan, desperate, remembered something Bulma had mentioned about the gods. Something absurd. Wait, great god, if you spare us, we will give you the most delicious delicacy in the universe. Bill stopped his finger. His ear twitched. Delicacy? He asked, narrowing his eyes. We said Earth had acceptable food. What are you talking about? Vegeta, quick-minded, understood the ploy. It's pudding! Vegeta exclaimed, swallowing his pride. It's a sacred dessert from Earth, smooth, sweet, creamy. You've never tasted anything like it in your millions of years of life. Bills considered it. His stomach growled. The fight had made him hungry. Pudding sounds ridiculous, but I'll give you a chance. Whis, get us out of this dumpster and take us to Earth. Whis struck the ground with his staff and transported everyone back to Capsule Corp on Earth.
She ran to the kitchen and brought a tray with the most perfect flans, puddings, she had saved for a party. Bills took a spoon, skeptical. Vegeta and Gohan held their breath. The fate of the world depended on a dessert. Bills tasted the pudding. His eyes widened. His tail bristled. A smile of ecstasy spread across his face. This is sublime, Bills exclaimed, eating another bite. The texture, the sweetness. Bills looked at Vegeta. Very well, Saiyan Prince. I have my word. I will not destroy the Earth for now. But you better make sure that every time I come, there is more of this, and you better train. Bills and Whis ascended toward the sky. It was a productive trip, Whis. He would have been a good friend.
In the garden, Vegeta fell to his knees, hitting the lawn in rage. They had saved Earth. They had survived the god, but the cost had been absolute. Bulma approached Vegeta, hugging him while she cried. Gohan looked at the sky, where the ki of his father was no longer felt, knowing that this time, no Dragon Balls could bring him back. The era of Goku had ended.